Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F122 My Team Career Mode campaign. This is Season 2, this is another round. We are now in France, I believe we're on round 10. If you haven't seen the last instalment from Austria, go back and do so before you come and check this one out. As per usual, this is your last chance to do so before spoilers. And it was a weekend to forget last time out in Austria, I'll be honest. Engine failure in the sprint race. And in the main event, well, we ended up having a shunt of our own, making a mistake, which took us out. No points for the entire weekend. But you know what? The promising thing was, though, there is pace in the car. There is genuine front-running pace there. So you know what? Let's not get bogged down. Let's make a push to get another podium. We scored P2 at Silverstone, so anything's possible. And I feel like we can do it. I think we can get another podium here. And we start off by getting through Q1 quite nicely. We're in 4th. We got through Q2 as well. And in fact, it was Q2 we got through in 4th. Unfortunately, again, Oscar Piastri out at Q2, but he's qualified 11th, so not too shabby, really. But I'd like you to be higher, Oscar. So, like I said, we need to put a bit more money into developing him, but I'm confident that he can push hard and get there. Right, into Q3 then, and I'll be honest, the lap was messy. Even there, you can see we've missed the apex and ridden that curb too hard. It was just a lap that didn't really, for me, I feel like, came together. And in the end, I think only in the last few corners did we really put it together. But we're going to see what it is anyway. We're going to sprint for the line. What is it? Show us the money. It's P10. It's P10. So we've got a lot of work to do in the race.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Norris, Sainz, and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid line up for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. Hello and welcome to the Circuit Paul Ricard, current home of the French Grand Prix, an event dating all the way back to 1906. Now, it's been held at many venues over the years, with famous moments from Dijon and Manicourt, the feature of many a highlights reel. So let's hope we see more of those in the race today. The Paul Ricard circuit then is a 3.6 mile track, 25 miles east of Marseille. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, with the main overtaking chance expected to be going into turn 8. Top speeds today should be around 205 miles per hour. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position. A very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and Russell. Fernando Alonso, Albon, Hamilton, and Joker. Oscar Piastri, Magnussen, Lance Stroll, and Vettel. Gasly, Tsunoda, Nicholas Latifi, and Mick Schumacher. Joe, Ocon, Ticktum, and Felipe Drugovich. That's it then. It's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. With me today, of course, is Natalie Pinkham. Can we begin by having a chat about Charles Leclerc? That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
Well, there are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out will have boosted their confidence coming into this race.
Here we go then. The formation lap gets underway here on the south coast of France. Each driver will be caring for their tyres in this race, especially in the final sector, as in previous races the tyres have been known to struggle at that point. as all the cars reform the grid, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring their planned strategies are all in place.
Well, it was a nightmare scenario all round in Austria. We need to do better here, but we're starting in P10, so we do have quite a lot of work to do, but I'm feeling quietly confident that in this race we can do quite well. Championship leader Alonso, again, struggling in qualifying in P7, but it's not about where you qualify, it's about the race, and we've got 27 laps to move up the field. How is this going to go? We've got Lando Norris on pole. It's lights out and away we go. Norris gets away okay, but Carlos Sainz gets an even better start off the grid, and he's leading the way into turn one. Charles Leclerc having a look at second round the outside. He's got the move done, has he? No, Norris gets a better exit. No, yeah, Leclerc's got the move done. I thought Norris had the better exit there and maybe had a chance at having a look. But it is a Ferrari 1-2 as Leclerc goes wide. Norris has a look. Not able to do anything there. And if anything, he's got a Red Bull to defend from. Right, RPOV. How's the start looking from RPOV? Lights out and away we go. It's a good start, a relatively good launch. Although the guys ahead of us haven't really got away well, and that's left us with nowhere to really go. We do have a car, I believe it's Oscar Piastri, looking up the inside. Piastri, though, unable to get that done. Again, though, we're being blocked in by the side-by-side Albon and Hamilton. We're not close enough to make it work. And round the outside goes Oscar Piastri. I'm going to take him straight back down the inside here. So, getting the move done. And up into P10, back where we started. But I'm going to get ready to have a look at Albon. Again, our main rival in the season. Alpine as well, our main rival in the Constructors. I want to get past him as quickly as possible. And I think Piastri may have run into trouble through cars behind. I think Magnussen's having a look. But Albon got held up by other cars battling there. And we've been able to gain. But Albon's going to try and have a look round the outside. But we're going to hold the inside line. We're going to go into the right-hander. And Albon gets shuffled back. So, up into P9. And that's what this was. The two Red Bulls having a little fight with Norris here. And now they end up fighting each other. Verstappen getting past Sergio Perez. Perez, though, wants back through. He's going to have a look up the inside. The two Red Bulls going side by side. And they're going to head into Debose side by side as well. But Perez somehow keeping the pace. Right. We're now up to Fernando Alonso, and we're going to go around the outside here. And Alonso not really offering much of a fight at all. Alonso down to P9. So, in terms of the championship, this is not looking good for him. And this is a great chance for Ferrari to claw back some of them points. But we're on the move forwards. We're up to 8th. And you know what? The car is feeling quick. It's feeling pacey. And we're now going to try and go down the inside of George Russell, but Russell shuts that one down. However, next time around, next time of asking, we are going to set up a move on him. Russell's going to cover the inside. I'm going to see how late I can brake to sweep around the outside. And the good news is, it's late enough to be able to overtake George Russell. Up another place we go. Next up, we're looking at Lewis Hamilton in P6. And just look at the speed advantage we have using overtake and DRS down the straight. It made Hamilton look like he was almost stationary, but we've caught him up. We didn't able to get past. Meanwhile, we've got a Ferrari here, that's Charles Leclerc, and he's had a puncture on the front right of that Ferrari. I do believe it is. Charles Leclerc picking up a puncture. Oh, his race has gone badly wrong. And Charles Leclerc, who was in P2, he's going to lose a lot of time as we all try and navigate the stricken Ferrari. That's rotten luck for him. He was looking quite promising, and it looked good for both Ferrari drivers to take points off Alonso here. That's now not going to happen. But Carlos Sainz is still in a very good position to win this race, and we've moved up a position. We're now into P6. And you know what? I feel like we're faster than everybody up ahead. But first up, we need to get past Lewis Hamilton, and we've got past Lewis Hamilton. And from what I understand, both McLarens are on hard tyres. I'm not quite sure why they've taken that gamble, but look, it's the Red Bulls going at it again. Perez and Verstappen side by side, yet again. But I believe that this time, Verstappen has got the move done on Perez. Is he going to lose enough momentum for us to get through? Nope. That move is not happening right now. And again, we try to have a look, but Perez shuts that down before I can even think about it. We're going to have one more go heading towards the last corner. Can we get a move done on Perez? I'm thinking a bit ambitiously here as we try and go around the outside, and I get on the throttle earlier, but I've gone out wide and Perez has got the better exit, so not right now. Right, Carlos Sainz, as you can see there, comfortably leading the way. He's not even being touched this afternoon. He has just checked out, and he's got a full 7.5 seconds on this battle for second between Norris and Verstappen is going through. I'm getting caught out by that. Let's have a look from my POV then. Norris on those hard tyres, just not able to hold Verstappen back. And look how much time he's lost on those hard tyres. So clearly, this strategy is just not working for him. Perez shuts the door on me. I was trying to have a look at getting past, but that's not happening. And Lewis Hamilton just there right up my gearbox, letting me know he's there. But this time we're much closer to Perez. Perez is going to try and cover. I've got overtake, I've got DRS, and Verstappen and Norris are going at it again. I get past Perez. Norris though still ahead of Verstappen and holding us all up, because I really feel like if I could clear these two, maybe, just maybe, I could have a go at trying to catch Carlos Sainz. I feel like at this stage though, maybe he will have just a little bit too much of a gap to close down, but I'd like to at least think I could give it a try. Perez trying to have a look down the inside of Labose, but that's not happening. And now I'm going to try that move on Verstappen, and Verstappen just jumps straight out of the way. And that is a brilliant overtake down the inside there. You don't often see moves done. I just keep Verstappen going out wide. I've got such momentum that I can go in through the inside. And Max just avoiding me at all costs. Verstappen trying to come back at me though down the inside into turn one. But we're not having that. Round the outside and holding the position. But now we're nearly 10 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. So it's going to be a tall order to catch him from here. But we're going to give it a go. First things first, let's get past Lando Norris. Norris covers, but we managed to sweep round the outside and gain P2. And now we've got 8.5 seconds to catch. And I think the medium tyres on Sainz are just wearing off. Meanwhile, I've now made my pit stop for hard tyres. Perez has gone on the softs. What? What is Perez doing? He's going to have to two-stop this one. Right, we've now got an AlphaTauri down the inside of a Haas. That's a collision. That's Pierre Gasly losing his front wing on what I think is Kevin Magnussen. And that's going to be a safety car deployed. But this is the thing that mystifies me. And I am so confused by this. The safety car is out. McLaren are towards the end of their stint. And they did not pit either car. That's really going to hurt their race. They're going to have to pit when the safety car comes in. And they're going to fall to the back. So Fernando Alonso, who is already looking at a handful of points this weekend, standing to lose even more. Right, the safety car is in. And I need to get past George Russell very quickly in order to have a best chance at catching Carlos Sainz. Suddenly that gap is eradicated thanks to the safety car. We've got past George Russell. Going around the outside. George has space on the inside if he's going to lunge. He doesn't elect to lunge. Right, P4. And now we're going to try and catch Carlos Sainz. No, we're not, because George Russell has just sent one down the inside. I'm not going to lie, that's a brilliant move by George Russell. That one caught me completely off guard and I was unable to do anything about it. We're heading to the straight, but I don't have the advantage of DRS. I'm also keeping an eye on Verstappen, who is closer to me than I am to Russell. We are gaining, and Russell also on the hard tyres, but again not pitting. And here comes the two McLarens then into the pits, and well, again, this mystifies me, because not only have they ruined Fernando's race by keeping the championship leader out, but they're double stacking him with Lando, meaning he's got to wait a few extra seconds to be serviced. He now falls to the back of the field. I've now got George Russell to be dealing with. I am going to deal with him though by going around the outside and completing that move for P2. I expect Russell will imminently be in the pits. Right, let's catch up to Carlos Sainz. And in fact, no, Russell doesn't need to pit. He has already pitted because he pitted under the safety car and he's gained places through that way. So George Russell, that's really worked out for him, but it's also the safety car has really worked out for us because we've eradicated the gap to Carlos Sainz and we've now caught him even further because we're right behind him. And here in this French Grand Prix, we are going round the outside to take the lead of the race. Incredible scenes here at Paul Ricard. Meanwhile, here's Sergio Perez, who was on his two-stop, trying to recover a position. He's just forced his way past Lance Stroll, although Stroll's having a look back down the inside. Stroll is having none of that, and Perez having to slot in behind Stroll. And we've got Ticktum and Alonso there. Sorry, Norris and Magnussen there having a debate over position. I thought that was Ticktum and Alonso. I do apologise. But now we ride on board with Charles Leclerc as he watches Sergio Perez try and take on Lance Stroll. This is for P13. How it's gone wrong for Leclerc here. The Monegasque driver really having a tough time of it. But these two are side by side. How is this one going to work out? I think that's in favour of Perez, though Stroll is still alongside. Lance Stroll not wanting to give this one up easy. They are fighting for race position, so Lance has a full right to defend this one, and now they're banging wheels. This cannot end well, surely. But look at the exit. Perez got there, and he was able to gain the place. But look at this. No such drama for us. A nice 3-second lead with 2.5 laps to go. This is...
Okay, stand by. We see a problem our end and we're looking into it.
No. Please no. Don't even do this to me. We're literally within a stone's throw of grabbing our first career mode victory. I have driven the ass off of this car to get from P10 to P1. We may have locked in with the safety car a little bit, but we're still leading the way. Please don't do this. Please don't do...
We've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Okay, looks like a mechanical failure. We're going to have to ask you to find a safe spot to retire. Sorry about that. This is serious. We need you to retire as soon as possible.
Another superb French Grand Prix comes to an end then, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
Sometimes in life, we experience moments where words just absolutely fail
So let's
us.
have a look then at the drivers'
For me,
Carlos
that's
Sainz
one of
now
those
leads the Drivers'
moments.
Championship as
I
result of
drove
his
a
great performance
faultless
today.
race
Let's
to
focus on driver of the
get
day,
into
Natalie Pinkham.
P1.
Come on, who do you
Like I
think?
said, I was
Yuki
helped out a bit
Tsunoda
by the
gets
safety
my vote
car,
today.
but
It's
it
time to see how
looked
things are
set
shaping up in the
to get a
Constructors'
first win
Championship.
here.
Ferrari
And
continue
in
to
the
extend the
end,
gap at the top of the table.
well,
Meanwhile,
our car lets
AlphaTauri's
us
strong
down in the
weekend
biggest
allows them to
way.
continue their march
It
up
is
the
a
table.
nice shot in the
Well,
arm and a
that certainly
nice
was an exciting weekend of Formula
consolation
One.
that Oscar
Be sure to join us
Piastri
for more
has
exciting
finished
Formula
in
One action very
P6.
soon.
That's a very decent drive by him. He's gained 5 positions in the race, but boy, oh boy, that one hurt. Carlos Sainz then wins the race. George Russell is second and Lewis Hamilton is third. And Charles Leclerc does recover to score a point. But our main rival, Albon, gets P5. And that's 10 points for Alpine as well. So still 2 less points than what we scored. I just can't. I really can't. And that now moves Albon to within 12 points of us. And I think that's put pay as well to our shot of going after the guys in the top 7 in the standings, at least for a little while. That one hurt, guys. That one really hurt. Carlos Sainz, though, has taken over the lead of the Drivers' Championship in shocking turn of events. Fernando Alonso has now dropped down to second after scoring no points after McLaren's strategy. Well, it seems that the strategist that Ferrari just fired has now gone on to McLaren, but they've scored no points. Carlos Sainz scoring 25, and as a result is now leading the drivers' standings. Fernando Alonso is second, Leclerc third, just a little way off. And as for the constructors' standings, Ferrari extend their Ferrari extend their lead to 52 points, and Alpine just taking a slight nibble out of our lead to them. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you're new here and you want to see more content from me. Until the next time, TTFN, guys. Ta-ta for now. I am going to go and comfort eat.